Happy birthday, Mom! The 50th birthday is a huge one to celebrate. I left your birthday present on the living room table.
Thank you. I just arrived home from now, so let's see what you got me. What is the meaning of this? What are you saying? Gifting me this divorce papers.
I'm telling you to get a divorce, duh. I don't want an old lady as a mother. You should just get a divorce and go off somewhere.
Why would you say such mean things?
That's because you've caused me so much embarrassment. You came to cheer me on my game when I told you not to go because you'd embarrass me.
That's because I had a bunch of PTA stuff to handle as well. Of course, I can't just go because of what you told me. Plus, I wanted to see you out there in person.
Nobody asked you to. Because of that, my crush commented on how old you are. Do you understand how embarrassing that is for me? Nobody but me has a mother who decided to have kids at an old age. This was one thing that I wanted to hide from him, so I need you to get a divorce with Dad. As I said before, I don't need an old lady as a mother. You'd listen to the request of your cute daughter, right?
Well, you've given me the best present ever.
Huh?
I didn't know you hated your mother that badly, Madison. If that's the case, then of course I'll get a divorce. I'll sign the papers immediately.
Wait, you'd get a divorce with Dad?
What are you all hesitant about now? You're the one who prepared the papers for me.
Yeah, but you agreed with it way too easily. I thought you'd argue more about it and not agree to my request that smoothly.
I had been thinking about getting a divorce with your dad for a while now, so I figured that this would be a good chance to do so.
Really?
I figured you'd find out eventually, so might as well tell you. It turns out your dad has a young girlfriend.
Wait, he's been cheating?
Exactly. So I am gonna get a divorce. My daughter hates me and my husband is cheating on me. There's no reason for me to stay in this family any longer.
This is hilarious. Your husband and daughter not like you are way too pathetic. You are a pathetic mom.
I am. My child who I gave birth to gave me divorce papers. It kinda hurts, honestly.
A wrinkly head like you wouldn't be phased out as something like this. Anyways, after you sign the papers, make sure you start packing your things. You have no place in this house anymore, you hag.
How long have you known I've been cheating on you, Lily?
About a half a year ago, I think, when I was taking care of some shopping for some PDA business in the next town over, I saw you guys.
Oh, come on. I thought I was careful with the locations. I didn't expect you to be there at all.
We are getting a divorce, right? Don't you say that you don't want to.
Of course I'm fine with it. I'm happy that this is happening since I plan to do it myself eventually. I didn't expect to be able to get a divorce this quickly.
Wow, so she wasn't just for some fun then. Well, I guess you didn't pick her over your wife.
Of course I did. A younger woman is much better to be around than some hag. Besides, our daughter is overjoyed with having a younger mother.
So she caught you up with everything, it seems.
I showed her a picture of her new mom and she was so excited. A pretty woman like her is going to be her mother.
Good for her then. Now about what's going to happen from here on out. I will not be paying for childcare. In return, I won't be requesting consultation money from you. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, sure. I'll sign the divorce papers and submit them. I'll even submit them today.
Well then, thanks for everything, and have fun with your new family.
Having a young mom is so great. She's so pretty and living with her has been so great. All the food she makes looks so fancy. I post all of them on Instagram.
I'm glad you guys are getting along so well.
We're so close, it's almost like we're mother and daughter, or maybe best friends. I've always wanted a parent who was like a friend. A 50-year-old hag could never be that. I'm so glad that my new mother is here.
My apologies for not being able to be your friend.
I asked her to come to my next game. If it was you, I would have never asked you, but she's so young and pretty, she can. I'm sure I can win with a young, beautiful mother cheering me on. I plan on showing off so that she'll give me so much praise.
I hope you do your best then, but I doubt you'll be able to focus in your match.
Hey, just because we get along so well doesn't mean you should get jealous and say mean things. A hag getting jealous is just too painful to see.
Uh-huh.
Well, I guess it can't be helped. You're all alone from now on. I'm guessing you're not sure what to do once you grow older. It can't be helped that you are so jealous.
You seem to be in the highest of moods. I sat here listening to your talk only for you to insult the person who gave birth to you?
You got a divorce, so you have no right to act like a mother to me now. I'm not your kid anymore. So don't rely on me to take care of you in the future. If you have this much time to try act all motherly, then you should use that time to plan out your lonely life after retirement.
I'm already prepared to live alone, so you don't have to worry about that. So could we stop this now? I don't want to involve myself with you any longer.
A lonely hag is trying her best to appear strong and independent.
Whatever happens to you, I'm no longer your mother, so don't contact me. No matter how sad or hopeless you feel, I am not coming back.
Who would miss you? I'm so happy at the thought of never having to see your face ever again. I'm so excited for my next game anyways. Everyone will so be jealous of me.
We'll see about that.
Uh-huh.
Well, good luck with your game. I pray that you have an eventful day.
What do I do, Mom? I don't think I can continue on being on the soccer team. I don't think I can even go to school anymore. I don't want to see anybody anymore.
What?
How did this happen? I thought today was gonna be the best day ever. I was gonna brag about my mom and win the game. It was going to be so amazing.
It seemed to be that way until it didn't. I'm still not entirely sure of what's going on, though.
Everyone is so mean, Mom. When I brought my new mom to show everyone, nobody wanted to talk to me. When I went to talk to my teammate, they told me to stay away because they wanted to focus.
Oh my, what happened? You got along with everyone at the team.
You lost the game, and they all blamed me for it. They said that I was so distracted with bringing my new mom I wasn't focused on the game. They told me that they don't want to be teammates with someone who would kick their parents out. Why do I have to be told such mean things?
Wow, that sounded like a really bad day.
How does everybody know that I kicked you out anyways? I know I told my friends about the divorce, but still. I know I told people about my new mother, but still, I haven't told anybody about kicking you out.
I'm sure everyone heard from their parents. I did tell all the parents at the PTA meeting about the divorce.
Wait, really?
The parents of your teammates were also there too, since we also take care of your soccer team. I had to apologize for having to leave them. I, of course, had to tell them the reason why I'm leaving is because I'm getting a divorce, and mentioned about how my daughter and husband left me.
You're kidding, right?
Everybody got so sad and cried for me. There were even some people who said he'd miss me. I'm sure I burdened some people with me being a bit older, but I did try my best to fit in with everyone. I guess my efforts were not in vain, seeing as they respected me.
You were that close to everybody else's mom?
Of course I was. I tried my best to get along with everyone just to be able to support you more.
What?
I understand how you don't like having a mother who is a bit older than everybody else's mother. That's why I tried my best to help you out and not cause you too much trouble socially. To support you, I did my best I could at the PTA regarding your team. I volunteered to do all the shopping tasks that nobody else wanted to do, and I did bring snacks I got from my job for everyone.
You were doing all of that?
I didn't want to drag you down, so I tried to be the most supportive mother for you, and because of that, I've gained the respect of other mothers.
Whoa.
But you decided to toss me out. The parents all probably had their thoughts about the situation and shared it with their children as well. That's probably why they were all so cold towards you today.
So my crush knows everything as well then. He pulled me aside and told me that even in middle school, I should understand how hard it is to give birth at an older age and how much you wanted me to be born. He said he couldn't believe that I would abandon a mother like that.
Wow, he is a very blunt kid, although it's nice to know that there are sweet kids like that out there.
It's all over for me. My teammates hate me and my crush hates me. I don't know what to do. Do something, Mom.
That's not any of my business. I'm not your mother anymore, remember? If you're that upset, go cry about it to your new mother.
I can't do that. She's upset as well. She said that everyone is way too cold towards her and that children's sports are so boring. She suggested I quit and not do anything.
What?
I can't complain to her about all this at all. I want to see you, Mom. It can only be just during games and you can continue the PDA things. But please, come.
I refuse. Doing the PDA things for your club takes up my entire precious weekends. If it wasn't an issue before when I was doing it for my daughter, but I refuse to give it up for my weekend for another person's kid. I'm going to be spending my weekends for myself.
Please, Mom.
You're the one who says you can't go to soccer anymore, so it works out anyways. You worked so hard since elementary, but I guess that ends here. When you leave, make sure you say your thanks and goodbyes to everybody first.
Hey Lily, it's been a while. How have you been doing? I know it's only been a few months since the divorce. I'm sure you've been doing well since you don't have to worry about children anymore.
Huh? Are you trying to make me feel bad? It's annoying. Don't contact me for pointless things like that.
Wait, it's nothing like that, I swear. It's just that there is a lot going on right now and I couldn't help but complain.
What's there to complain about? Aren't you having fun with your new young wife? Everything should be fine with your rosé-colored glasses on.
Honestly, there's a lot of issues going on with us financially. Rather than roses, it's more like dandelions.
You're going through that much?
Just some slight miscalculation. Okay, it was more than a slight miscalculation. I didn't expect to struggle this much, though. My wife isn't making much money.
What?
The money you're making in your 50s and the money she's making in her 20s is completely different. Even with the both of us working, the amount is way too low. I just didn't expect it to affect us this much.
You normally would expect these kinds of things. The older you are with the job experience, the more money you'd make. I'm making $10,000 a month, which is impossible for a 20-year-old to make at an office job.
I admit that I made a mistake in my expectations and calculations since I wasn't thinking about all that. She said she'd continue working, so I figured we'd be okay. But recently she's been saying that she wants to be a stay-at-home mom.
What?
She assumes that what I make would be enough to support us. She wants to retire and just focus on taking care of me and Madison.
I'm starting to smell a suspicious plan brewing.
The amount I make is great and all, but it's nothing compared to what you make, especially with the amount you make with your age and all.
Yeah, you don't get a whole lot from your job.
Plus, we made a lot of money, which made our taxes pretty pricey. That took up all my savings. Even if we get through with just my salary, it'd be barely enough. I wouldn't have enough to even start saving again.
Sounds like a rough time. Madison is starting high school, and that's only gonna be more money for you to spend on her.
That's why I'm begging you. Please, help out with childcare.
What?
$1,000 a month. Wait, no, 500 is fine. Please, pay for childcare. I promise only to spend that money on Madison. So please, help us out here.
I will absolutely not. I'm not paying a single cent. Didn't we sign the papers on terms of my not having to pay for childcare? I don't pay for childcare, and you won't give me consolation money.
Yeah, but...
So if I pay for childcare, will you give me consultation money? Is that what I'm hearing? I'm being generous here by not having you pay me a percentage of both your and your wife's salary. Yet here you are begging for childcare. Should I start asking for the money I deserve then?
You're kidding, right? Please don't. We're barely making a living here.
Then don't ask me for money. Simple.
Please, don't be so mean. This is for the sake of the child you gave birth to. Can you forgive yourself if you do this?
Absolutely. She's the one who abandoned me anyways.
But...
I have no love for that child anymore. Whatever happens to you guys, and more specifically, whatever happens to that kid is no longer any of my business. This has nothing to do with my life.
But...
If anything, I really don't like that kid. The fact that she has your blood in her veins makes me hate her.
What? You hate us that much?
Exactly. So don't bother me anymore. Oh, by the way, as my last act of kindness, I'll tell you this. You should keep an eye on Madison. She seems to be struggling with her soccer team.
What? Really?
Your new wife doesn't seem to get along with the other moms at the PTA. If things continue the way it is, Madison will probably quit soccer, even though she's been working hard since elementary.
She was complaining about how many things there are to do for the PTA. But you've been doing it and it was easy, right?
Yeah, they're easy, but there's so much to do for each task. After each game is a get-together planned out, you have to buy drinks or more sports goods, and at the end of each month, you have to have some papers ready to hand out to other moms.
You did all that?
How about you do all that instead then? That way Madison can continue playing soccer. Somebody better hurry and get the mothers to like you, or Madison's depression will only get worse.
She's depressed? How haven't I noticed?
While being the director of the company and being a housewife, I was doing all the PTA work while you were out cheating with a younger woman. Try going all through of that first before you start relying on me to save you. Anyways, as a husband and a father, you better do your best you can for your family. Good luck. David immediately went to the PTA to help out Madison's situation, but none of the mothers welcomed him with open arms. Eventually, Madison had to quit soccer due to being unable to handle the tension from her teammates. She gradually became shut-in and barely goes to school anymore. As for the wife, she quit her job without further discussion, resulting in fights between her and David from morning to night. From all the eating she does due to stress David goes through, he gained an alarming amount of weight. The stress is starting to affect his working habits as well, completely ruining his chances at a better wage even in his 50s. Eventually, there were so many complaints about his work ethic that he got pressured by his peers to quit. David refuses to do so though, having to take care of his family and spends most of his time at work staring at the ceiling and spacing out. It'll be interesting to see how much longer this family will last.